Today we're going to be talking about learning theories of behavioral psychology. And so first we're going to talk about classical conditioning, and this is a theory created by Ivan Pavlov, and this is learning by association. So it's a type of learning, and it links 1 to 2 stimuluses together with an action. So a stimulus is any event or situation that evokes a response, and the best example for this is Pavlov's dog. And basically what he did was he connected the stimulus, which was the bell, and the stimulus, so he would ring the bell, and the dogs knew that every time he rang the bell, they would get food. So eventually it taught them that when a bell is rung, they will get food. So what happened was he would ring the bell and the dogs would salivate, and that's how you teach with a stimulus. So we can go back to this. And once again, it's learning by association. Okay, next is operant conditioning, and this is a theory created by B.F. Skinner. And this is a type of learning in which behaviors are strengthened if followed by a reinforcer, or if it's diminished if it's followed by a punishment. So this is different in the way that classical conditioning, it's stimulus-based, so they know they're going to get something if a stimulus is provided. In this case, the action comes before the reinforcement or the punishment. So in reinforcement is just increasing behavior by stopping or reducing negative stimuli, and punishment is an event that tends to decrease the behavior that follows. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And then the best example for this is B.F. Skinner's experiment, which is the Skinner box. And basically what he did was he put a bird in a box, and on this side you can see that it is mechanical, and he had 2 different slides, and one slide would say spin and the other side would say peck. So he put a bird in the box, and eventually the bird, whichever slide would come up, either peck or spin, it would learn to either peck or spin, and if it pecked at the right time or if it spun at the right time, it would get food. So this is an example of operant conditioning because you know that it's positively reinforced or negatively reinforced depending on the action that you choose. And the easiest difference is, because it can be sometimes hard to differentiate between the two because they are both conditions that are similar. Classical conditioning describes an automatic or involuntary response when a specific stimulus is presented. So this is really important for classical conditioning because involuntary means that it's an action that you have already produced. And operant conditioning differs, and that is the process of reaching a desired behavior or response through the use of consequences and rewards. So it's different because instead of already creating the action and then figuring out what happens after, you have learned what happens and you will act based on the stimuli or based on the consequences and rewards after the action is followed.